long as you can hear yourself,
Who is calling me? I'm on TV.
Yo, yo, yo. Oh, we are live for real this time.
Indeed.
Look good, Mom.
Thank you.
Look good, Mom. Everyone, this your boy Plan B. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I've been wanting to bring y'all on this audio adventure for a long, long time. We got somebody special in the house. None other than my mama, Joyce Lorraine Ross.
What's up, everybody?
How you feeling, Mom?
I'm feeling awesome.
Yeah?
Yep.
I'm good.
I'm feeling awesome.
You look good.
Thank you.
Yeah. I wanted to bring you on because I wanted the world to hear your voice.
All right now.
So y'all get to hear what I hear. I know y'all already know me, man, you know, producer extraordinaire and all that. But the reason I'm even in this position is because of the woman sitting right across from me. And some of the sacrifices that she's made, and even just the talent. It's just been passed down, honestly, from her mom down to her and now me. My mother, for those that don't know, she is a prolific writer, songwriter, poet. If I ask her to spit a 16 right now, she will smoke any one of y'all. Yeah, she's dope. She's the mother of 3 beautiful children. Mm-hmm. You know, myself, Corey, the crazy one, and Bobby,
The beautiful one.
the beautiful one. And she's a grandmother as well to 2 beautiful grandboys,
Yes.
Kai and Caden.
Yep.
Yes.
Geniuses.
Yes. Pretty much geniuses. How does that make you feel to hear all of that? Like, you your mom, your grandma now. You somebody's daughter, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Makes me feel phenomenal. To just see how all of you have grown into what you have grown into. It makes the mother proud to see things like that, you know. Just me putting my energy into all 3 of you, and I'm going to be honest with the world, I wasn't always there, but when you speak life, love, and power into your seed, they have no other choice but to grow into what you speak into them. And that's exactly what happened.
Absolutely. And I always appreciate you for being that mom. You know what I'm saying? Always speaking life into us and being honest with us. You know, even when other people used to say, yeah, Joyce, you shouldn't tell them that, you know, they're too young or whatever, you know. And I say that because I have friends, people who are close to me whose, you know, parents have kept secrets from them for years, you know what I'm saying? And it's like affecting them now negatively,
Right.
you know, in their 30s, you know, and well into their 40s, of course. But, you know, I'm, you know, one of those people who, you know, my mom told me a lot of this stuff very early on, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy that she did. One of the crazy things too, I used to be upset at the fact that I moved around so much when I was a kid. But as I've gotten older, of course stability is important, but the fact that I experienced so much and I was able to get around, you know, to different places, and now I'm married, I have a partner who likes to do the same, you know what I'm saying? We like to get up and just, you know, move. It's an advantage. It's become an advantage for me because I'm more well-rounded, you know what I'm saying? I'm not this one-track minded individual. I don't look at the world in like just this one-dimensional fashion. Like I see it for what it is because I've been around, you know.
Right.
I've experienced so many different people, so many different personalities. So those things have shaped me. I tell people I went to 13 different schools throughout my life.
Mm-hmm.
I've lived in every state that touches the Atlantic Ocean,
Mm-hmm.
except for Maine.
Right. Right.
Except for Maine, but everything else in between, I've touched all of them. And Atlanta would be like my last stop for real, because we never really traveled to Georgia like that. I think in my coming up, we've never really spent too much time down here.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
we may have traveled through Georgia,
traveled
but
through Georgia,
we
but we
didn't
don't
stop
Yeah, we
concretely.
didn't. Yeah, nah. It was
Georgia.
North or South Carolina, and then of course Florida.
Right.
What were some of the most difficult, or can you talk about some of the difficult times, whether it be when I was younger or when I was a teenager, where you can say it was like challenging raising your son?
I'm gonna say it was never challenging with you. I was dealing with challenges within myself, and in dealing with those challenges within myself, it had a great effect on me being a parent.
I know what those challenges were.
Yeah, you do, because
Yeah.
I was very honest with you about those challenges. Now, the beauty of all of those challenges brought me to be the person and the powerful woman that I am today. And let me enlighten you on that. So, yes, I went through some really trying times in my life. And through, keyword being through, those challenging times that I experienced in my life brought me into a greater understanding of who I am. And if you, as an individual, don't go through anything, then you will never know the power of who you are as an individual. So basically, what I want to say, once I discovered who I was and how powerful I was and how I endured some of the challenges that I went through, and the connection that I had with my children, and how me being the mother, a mother of civilizations, and being able to birth greatness into my seed from wherever I was, that's when I began to speak greatness over my children. And once I started to speak greatness over them, I saw some of the challenges that they were experiencing get better and better and better and better and better. And right now, to this day, my children, they exude so much power, and what they say they're gonna do, they do it.
Yeah.
They do it. And if you were with us back in those times that people would deem dark, you would greatly understand what I'm saying. Some of y'all get it and some of y'all won't get it. But we are now living our best lives and experiencing our great selves.
Yeah. And when you speak of, like, you know, those dark times, like when I had to be, I was 7. I think I was like 7. Yeah, 7 years old when you were locked up.
Right.
You were locked up for 4 years. How many years did you do?
For 4 years.
You
4
locked up
years.
for 4 years, and then when you came out, I had transitioned. This happened in North Carolina. I transitioned after that to live with your mother,
Right.
in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I was there from the time I was 7. I spent my last birthday with your mom was my 9th birthday.
Right.
Yeah, my last birthday was my 9th birthday. Because you tell people like I did kind of start my music journey around that time because I started playing the drums in
Right.
Your mother's church.
Right.
And what the crazy thing is, after she died, I quit playing the drums. Like, I went cold turkey. There was no other outlet for me. You know what I'm
It's like
saying?
you disconnected.
I completely disconnected.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, like
Same thing.
because when I transitioned to Richmond, I wasn't playing the drums in church. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really have that, connect. It was her church, so it was just like, put my grandson on the drums and let him do his thing.
Right.
I kind of had that. So it was like, not to say it was snatched away from me. It was kind of snatched away from me, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Now that I look back on it, Jesus Christ, if you probably would have never came home from prison, I probably would have never nurtured the gift of music ever again after that.
Bam. It's funny that you would say that, because I was gonna say that once we reconnected, the chords reconnected, and the beat.
You know what's crazy? The first time I came to visit you, right? We came on a Sunday, and you were the leader of the praise team at the prison,
Singing,
singing
for
and
outsiders, and
and playing the piano. Like, you were writing the song. Like, this was all original music.
Exactly. And then on top of that, I had met one of Betty Wright's friends, and I'm gonna say her name, Margaret Reynolds, who used to sing with Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Wow.
And we got connected. I was able to meet Betty Wright's daughter, Tracy, and I follow her right now on Instagram. So my life has totally been linked with music, because I've met everybody on the planet without even trying to meet them. It just was something that happened. And when you have a passion for something, it's like you don't have to try hard. What you're passionate about, it'll show up in your life. It'll show up in your life one way or the other.
Quick question.
Yes.
I don't want to take you out of your element real quick. Can you talk to me about some of the famous people that you've met, like, on your journey?
Okay.
Just give me, like,
For sure.
the most impactful ones.
Okay, so this person isn't a musician, but the most impactful person that I met, I'm going to have to say it was Mike Tyson.
Wow.
It was Mike Tyson.
You got a Mike Tyson story for us?
Yeah, I could tell him Mike Tyson's story. Well, we were in a club called Bentley's in New York City, as a matter of fact. And he was known as the heavyweight champion of the world. Mm-hmm. And I had went to first of all, he walked in the club, and they would always announce when somebody walked in the club.
Of course.
So, heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson just walked into the building. So at that particular time, I was going to the bathroom, and I went in the bathroom. And when I came out of the bathroom, Mike Tyson and two of his, I don't know if they were bodyguards, I don't know who they were, but they were standing next to him. And they all had on 3/4 length fur coats. So, of course, I ain't gonna lie, I was looking fly. So I walked down the stairs. My mic went out.
You went out? What?
Yeah.
Oh, you, did
Or did I touch something?
you touch something?
1 2 1 2.
No, okay.
So can we pick back up?
Yeah, go ahead. You
Okay. So I walked out the bathroom, and you had to walk down some stairs. Now they were all three standing there, and so I walked downstairs, and he opened up his coat, and when he opened up his coat, I called myself trying to walk past him or through him. I could not move him. Like, I put my hands on him to try to, like, move him to the side. He was so solid, I couldn't move him. So he said to me, "Do you know who I am?" He said, "I'm Mike Tyson, heavyweight champion of the world. I'm a celebrity." And I said, no, and he goes, "And I drive a white Lamborghini." And I said, "Well, my name is Joyce Ross, and I drive a white Nissan Sentra, and I'm a celebrity, and what?" And during that time, there was some kind of nonsense going on. First of all, he had been drinking. We was all drinking, and I'm like, well, first of all, let me finish telling the story. So that particular night, he did something. You know what I'm saying? And when you drinking, you just, things happen, right?
Okay.
So the people in the club was like, "Oh man, you ought to sue him and do this and do that." And I was like, "For what?
So
For what? He's just being
Mike Tyson.
a man." You know what I'm saying?
What's he doing? He's smacking folks up or something?
No, he was.
He was all
being a
fondling.
man,
Oh
and
yeah, fondling some
It
women
was
or
all
whatever.
in the news.
Yeah,
it was all
okay.
in the news.
Oh, and this was
in
happening
the
at the
news.
club.
Yes,
Oh.
that was in the news, and that's what that was all about. And
wow.
I was one of those women that, you know, and it wasn't even like it was depicted. But anyway,
Yeah, y'all was just having
So-
a good time, like, you know.
right.
I mean, it was,
And plus, he had been drinking. Keyword drinking. When we drink and we go overboard, sometimes we not in our element. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, people was like, "Oh, you want us to call the cops and this, that?" And I'm like, "Nah, for what? For what?" The man, he's just drunk.
Yeah.
Now, so I left the club. That very next week, when I went to the club and all that situation took place, this man walked up to me through a crowd and apologized to me for disrespecting me the week before. So I say that to
Wait,
say-
Mike Tyson?
Yes, he did.
What?
He walked up to me through a crowd. I was standing in front of my white Nissan Sentra in front of the club Bentley's, and he walked over to me and apologized to me. He said, "I remember you, and I just wanted to apologize for my behavior the week before."
Wow.
The week before. He also gave me his phone number and said, "You should call me sometime so we could link up." Now, I did call him, but I called him to meet me at the club, because when you mention Mike Tyson, people go crazy.
Yeah, they go
you know
wild.
what I'm saying?
Especially back then, you
They're
know what I'm
like,
saying?
He's
He's-
a celebrity. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell y'all something. I thought I was a celebrity too. Okay? I thought I was a celebrity. And I still think that.
Right.
Like, what is a celebrity, right? What is a celebrity?
That's true.
You know, so your definition of a celebrity can be whatever you desire to be. And I think I'm pretty damn important. All right?
Bet.
So in any event, a friend of mine, when I told her that I met him and I told him the story, y'all, my best friend of all the years that we were best friends, she didn't believe me.
Of course not.
That I had met Mike Tyson. Well, I'm from the show me state. So I called him on the phone and asked him if he would meet us at Bentley's. And guess what, y'all? Oh, faithful did one. And he met us there. And he ended up buying us drinks at the bar, and we ended up talking. And what I could say about him is that this is just my perception, and we all have our own perceptions about situations.
Yeah.
When you're young and you come up on the type of bread that this young brother came up on and the type of attention that he was getting, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're gonna do foolish things. Yeah. You know, you're gonna do foolish things, but you are who you are.
Yeah.
And let's give it up.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson is and will always be the heavyweight champion of the world. You see what I'm saying?
All right.
Because he started that in the streets. Now, even though this podcast ain't about him, it's about me. Talk about,
yes, it
but
is
anyway,
about you.
So that's the story.
That's your Mike Tyson story.
Right.
So give me a list of maybe like 5 celebrities that you've met. Like
I met Kid and Play.
Okay.
I met Timberland.
Mm-hmm.
I met Eddie Murphy.
Of course.
And I also met Keith Sweat. Keith Sweat called me on the phone, and my whole family went crazy because he called me on the phone.
That's crazy.
But in any event, at the time, I was living in New Jersey, and he was living in, where was he living at in New Jersey? I can't remember. If I look it up, I could think of it. But anyway, at the time, he was living in New Jersey, and I was living in New Jersey.
Word.
And then I also met him in that same club. I met a lot of people.
Where was Club
in New York?
Club Bentley's was in New York?
Yeah, it was in New York on 42nd Street.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Downtown Manhattan, and it was the place to be back in the 90s, and I was there.
It was outside. Let's see, because before that we were talking about you coming out of prison and that transition. How hard was it? Because when you came home, we were living in Virginia together. And I know, you were, working a few jobs or whatever, and, just trying to, get back on your feet and everything. Tell me if you can remember. Can you tell me what that time was like transitioning out of prison back into the real world, after 4 years? Like, what are some things that, just like...
Look, man, when I tell y'all that even though I went through some real challenging times in my life, I have got to be the most blessed woman on the planet. Because my dad, my hero, when I came out of prison, my dad had everything set up for me. You know what I'm saying? And he had everything set up to me. Then I don't want to get this man in trouble, but
I mean, it's
no,
it's over now.
Yeah, you're right. It's over now.
It's knowledge now.
I was supposed to be on probation for some years. That didn't happen. Like I think I did like a year of probation, and I was released. And then I moved back to Jersey contingent on the fact that I was completely released from probation. In fact, me and my probation officer became friends. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo. So, and then I was told that because of the crime they say I committed, I was told that I could never go back into that field. But see, that's a lie from a lie from a lie from a lie.
Because
you can do anything that you desire to do.
With some paper. With some paper. Let's keep it a buck. If you have a little bit of money, like the judicial system, well, what I've learned, because even with my own little case, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just had to pay my lawyer, and it was dismissed. Now, of course, they didn't have a case on me. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So, yeah, they didn't have a case on me. So it was one of those things where it's like, we can fight this and we can get,
So let me change so not to dismiss what you said, right? And it really doesn't take money, right? Because I don't even know if I should be saying this.
Ma, speak up.
So basically, money does talk. It does. You know what I'm saying? But technically, you don't necessarily need money to cause things to work in your favor. What I've realized is it's a mindset. It's a mindset. And what we don't realize as a people is that you're constantly creating, right? Within yourself, within your mind, what you think, what you say, right? So you can think a thing and speak a thing and cause that thing to work that thing. See what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So it's the possibilities are limitless for us as a people.
Wow.
So if we would collectively, right, as a people, take our minds and our mouths and connect them in oneness and in love, there is no limit to what we can do. We got to stop with this crabs in the barrel mentality. You see what I'm saying? But, that's my story. My story is that as a mother of civilization, not only do I speak greatness and power into my own seeds, right? But I speak it into all the original people of the land. Okay, that's just
and my
just
friends
me
included.
Yes,
Tyreek tells me about
me.
the conversations that you guys have had, like when we were younger, and he used to always say, he was, even when I used to like beef with you, like he would always be your biggest advocate all the time. You know what I'm saying? And he would always, and everything he said always made sense. You know what I'm saying? Always made sense. Because he would always say, like, your mother's like, she's a real one. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to take yourself out of, he would like legit talk to me like, your mother only wants the best for you. You're probably not looking at it like that right now. You know what I'm saying? But, he would, he would always be like, and even when you were going through some of your stuff, he'd be like, your mother's just going through something right now, but I promise you, he would always see the future of it. He's like, once she comes out of this, like, it's gonna be better. And I didn't believe him, you know what I'm saying, then, because I wasn't walking by faith. I tell you that I was just walking by what was happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because as people, we only go by what we can see.
Yeah.
Right? because by nature we are observers, right?
Yeah.
But the power of you is not outside of you.
Yeah.
The power of you is within you,
Right.
right? And if we could change our thoughts and what we say, you can literally
You can alter
witness
everything. You can
things.
alter everything.
Exactly. You can change anything
Yeah.
around you. I know because I've done it. You know what I'm saying? People, me coming up, for real, they all know. I ain't gonna lie, I was a badass girl now. For real, I was a badass girl. And if it depends on what you look at as bad. You know what I'm saying? See, nothing is bad, right? And nothing is evil to me.
Yeah.
It's our thinking that makes it so, right?
Yeah.
So when I look back over my life and some of the challenges and things that I went through, people wouldn't believe it, number one, but y'all ain't got to believe it because I know it because I was there and I experienced it, right?
Yeah.
So I tell my children, well, I did those things so y'all wouldn't have to do it, right?
Hov
and
did
I'm
that. So
serious.
hopefully you ain't got to go through that.
Right. And I'm serious. No, it ain't no hope.
Not Hov. No, Hov.
Ain't no
Hov. You ain't say
oh.
Hov. You don't know the Hov line?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a Jay-Z line.
I'm sorry. I thought you said, oh, now I get it. I get it. You know I'm into that music thing. So I get it. But I thought you said hope.
Nah, I
thought
said
you
Hov did that. So hopefully you ain't got to go through that.
Right. So it's like that line. Right. Yeah. Oh, actually, Hov showed up at the graduation.
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. A lot of people don't know that, too. A lot of people don't know that Jay-Z was at my graduation.
Facts. He was at the graduation. Anyway. So, in my mind, a lot of things that I did it so that my children wouldn't have to do it. And some of y'all wouldn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because the essence of me, and this is what I know about myself, even from a child, I'm a giver, right? I'm a giver of my internal self, and I'm a giver of things. That's who I am. And I've always said that I want to be wealthy in spirit and wealthy physically.
Or,
Now, I ain't gonna tell on my business, but you get the picture.
all right, let's move it along.
Okay.
Let's see. I didn't come prepared with questions.
It's okay.
We're gonna have
It's
a
a random
natural
thing,
flow
and
of
everything is
conversation.
always okay. That's what I say.
When do you remember like the first rap you ever wrote, like as a kid?
Of course I do. I remember it. I remember it like it's clockwork. That particular rap got me on the radio in California. That particular rap got me
Your first rap put you on the radio.
Yep. Put me on the radio. And my sister is the one that convinced me to call the radio station. She said, go ahead, you gotta call the radio station. I'm telling you, if you call them and you spit that rap, you gonna get it, girl. You gonna get it. And I did. So I called the radio station and I won the contest. And then I hooked up with these people called Party People Productions. And that story in itself is what changed my life because music has always been my passion. And so I was traveling with Party People Productions and rapping all over California. This is when hip hop really, that was when the Sugar Hill Gang and all of them was on the map. So I started rapping and performing for Party People Productions. And I was 16 at the time. And they went to my mother because they wanted me to be the opening act for the Whispers.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother said no, that she did not want me to be on the road, unsupervised, this, that, third, fourth, and fifth. And we actually ended up moving from California to Delaware. Now I'm trying to tell y'all that I wanted to jump out the car and run away because that's something that I really want to do. And still right now today, it affects me but it doesn't affect me as much as it did at the time that it was happening because of how the beat goes on. And the beat goes on. The beat is still going on. You see what I'm saying? The beat is still going on. But even when I moved to Delaware, I would go from place to place to place looking for people. I remember I went to Virginia and I ended up going to Teddy Riley's studio, right? His car was sitting right there, and I threw a tape in his car. I threw a tape in his car. Look, I was serious about this music thing, and I was just trying to do everything possible to just get in. And I still have that passion, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm in like Flynn. Because like I said, the beat goes on.
Because your son is in it. Your son is here.
Exactly. We in this thing deep. You know what I'm saying? Like so I'm grateful. I'm grateful because don't nothing stop. Don't nothing stop. If you have a dream, right? Never give up on your dream because your dream will always flow. It'll flow from you to your children, to your children's children, to your children's children. And it'll flow because, like Plan B was saying, this thing really started with my mother because my mother was a guitar player, So,
go ahead.
Yeah, my mother was a guitar player.
The guitar sitting right behind you now.
So this music thing, it's just deep in the genes, and it can't be suppressed.
Yeah.
So.
That's the truth.
Right.
How much time? Where we at with this? All right, we're 37 minutes in. I'm gonna rapid fire a few questions at you, and then we'll
wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up.
Okay.
What is your favorite song right now? What song, if you had a song to play right now, what would be your song? What would be your go-to song?
Man. It's quite a few. But you know what?
You could shoot a few of them.
I'm old school, right?
That's fine. It don't have to be, because here you're, and that's fine because a lot of the people, even now with music consumption, you know what I'm saying, with what it is, people are still listening to older tracks. They're not consuming new music like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm gonna go with old school. So, and see, me and my children, we had this anthem, right? And it's Jadakiss song. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. We gon' make it.
Yeah.
That one. And Queen Latifah's UNITY.
Oh, of course.
Some
of my favorite songs too.
What is it? I think it's Scarface wrote Guess Who's Back?
It's Scarface.
It's Scarface.
Jay-Z.
It's a bunch of them on the on the track. But
Guess who's back?
Yeah.
Back on the block. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that one. I like that one. And man, it's quite a few, but those are my top songs that if I was to go right now to listen to a song, I would go to one of those songs
that's
and
what you would.
before I started playing anything
Anything
else.
That was your
You know.
question. All right.
Yep.
What else I got for you? Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah. Okay. Besides me, what artists inspired you to do what you did? Because you were very diligent. Man, you were serious about this music thing. Like you were unstoppable in this. Like nobody could stop you in doing what it is that you're doing now. So who inspired you to carry on the way you carried on?
Jesus. The first person that comes to mind is I mean artist wise was Jay-Z.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Artist wise, and he's still inspiring to this day. And it's probably it's because our birthdays are days apart. Number one, and he's shown resilience, and a lot of people still think, oh, Jay-Z is like a rapper. He told y'all from the jump, I am a hustler disguised as a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't fit my type of hustle inside of a rapper. And it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's like, and can't nobody really stop him. And he's just always shown that, you know, at every step of the way, I'm him. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I carry myself. Yeah, you know, it's always come off as, arrogant. I've always been called conceited, you know what I'm saying? I've always been called that, self-centered, everything under the sun. But at the end of the day, if it don't serve me, it don't serve me. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
And at every step of the way, you may not like the process, you may not like the execution, but you gonna love the result. You know what I'm saying?
Boom.
You gonna love the result.
Boom.
At every turn. So yeah, that's a person that inspires me. And there's plenty of others. I got Timbaland, who's in that book, who's on that list. Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh is he's probably one of my most slept on, I guess, most slept on producers in my catalog. Reason being is because and I pattern my work after Manny Fresh specifically. Because not just him, but Dr. Dre as well, but him because when Cash Money was on their run, we all know that he was doing the beats and everything like that for all the artists on there. Keep in mind, not including himself, there was, 4+. There were 6 artists, you know what I'm saying, that he was creating tracks for, and a group, you know what I mean? So not only was he producing these records, he was recording these records as well, mixing some of these records. Like he was there from start to finish. And that's how I am with my records. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be hands-on from the beginning to the end. You know what I mean? Because that's just how I'm used to doing it. And there's been certain times, that I've stepped away from that because of the time that we're in, like, emailing tracks to people and sometimes getting back some BS, like, I don't like this, whatever. Like if we were to sit together and really put this thing together, it would come out, it would come out like something we both love and we both can enjoy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm that. I'm legit that. So when you come, when you come here, like the people that rock with me, when they come and they sit in this room with me, I'm playing some joints from them. Sometimes I'm building something from scratch. You know what I mean? But you sitting in here with me until we get it done.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Now, we're not taking it over there to wherever. No, it's got to come from right here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because there's a certain
your energy.
Yeah, this is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain energy. There's a certain peace. You know what I'm saying? That resides right here.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think since I've done it that way, it's allowed me to elevate. Because I've always done things my own way.
Right.
You know, even with this most recent situation, you know, people have been asking me, what management company are you with? I'm like, I ain't with no management company. I got that deal done laying on my couch. I signed the contract laying on the couch.
This is what I'm talking about, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right. This is what I'm talking about. Like, just throughout our history, right? We have been taught to be following somebody,
Yeah.
right? But it's really not about following anybody. Leaders lead from the front. You see what I'm saying? Leaders lead from the front. And we're all leaders, but basically what I'm saying, don't always be looking for somebody to teach and tell you something, right?
Fact.
Because you can get that information downloaded right into you. You can get it downloaded right into you for the asking. That's just how powerful we are as a people. But we have been taught to just listen to what everybody's saying. Sometimes you got to close off the distraction and hear yourself. What are you saying? What are you telling you to do?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? If you can't trust your own instincts and your own inner power, then who are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? You know what I'm saying? Because power begins with you and it ends with you. And that's it. That's it. That's it. We're creating our reality every day, whether we want to realize that or not.
Word up. My homeboy Dark Kent, shout out to him. He posted a video recently and he was saying that you know, he's not a person that reads the Bible really heavy. You know what I'm saying?
I commented on his post
because he was saying that in the beginning, he's like, in every Bible it says in the beginning God created. He's like, so the most godly act that you can do is create.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it says that we were created in the image of God. So with that being said, who are you?
Yeah.
Right?
Who are you?
Who are you?
That's gonna be the title of this podcast. It's gonna be Who Are You?
Who are you? So
Word up. That's what's up.
Yep.
So since we're asking that question, we'll end it with this. I'm gonna ask, who are you? And you're gonna tell me who you are. And
all right.
And then you're gonna ask me, son, who are you? And I'm gonna tell you who I am.
I am powerful. I am phenomenal. I am joy. I am happiness. I am on one. Checkmate. Go, son. Who are you?
I'm a god. I'm a creative. I'm funny. I'm loving. I'm caring. I don't take no shit. I'm my mother's son.
Indeed. Peace to the God team.
Thank you for joining us, Joyce. Mommy. Mm-hmm. You the shit, girl.
This was awesome.
This was fun.
Yep, it was. Yep.
I only thing I wish there's this one camera angle I could have gotten right here, because some of the stuff that you said was so powerful. I wanted to post it online as like like little clips and stuff, because
maybe
you said some really dope stuff.
There you go. Okay.
So yeah.
Yep.
All right, we have to do this again sometime.
Absolutely.
For sure. Thank you for joining us. I love you guys. We are out. We're out this time.
Peace.
We out.